Hey, everyone. Here we are on a Friday evening, end of a long week. Lots of gambling going on. Lots of gambling to do. Let's see, where are we at right now? As of right now, we've got a NHL lineup going, a $12 single entry lineup. Um, 364 entries. Early game played already. We are currently in 30th place. It's not bad. We're in 30th place. We've only got two guys left. A lot of guys have a fair number of players left. Um, so I'm sure that my hope is that the night game earlier, the earlier seventh game was a shootout, a 5-4, which is kind of what I was anticipating. That's why I went so heavy on the Dallas and Colorado folks. And stayed away from the goaltenders because they were down on their goaltenders. But this Demko kid's been playing so strong for Vancouver, and Vegas in general's a strong team. I'm hoping that this is a very low scoring game, and the people have got 5, 6, or 7 players left tonight are out. That they're not going to be able to make up the points. Overall, I mean, our roster, our lineup is well. Seguin was a little bit of a disappointment. With only 3 shots on goal at 6,100. McKinnon is a disappointment with 11.4 points, but he still gets 11.4 points. With 3 shots on goal and 3 blocked shots. Where we made things up was, we took Radulov at 12.4% ownership. He had 2 goals and 4 shots and a block shot. And we also took Nemestikov for Colorado at a 5.2% ownership. He had 2 goals and 3 shots and goal and block shot. Those were both good. Jamie Benn did fine for us at 19.8% ownership. 4 shots on goal with an assist. 2 block shots. We took Ian Cole as well as a money saver at 3,600. And he had an assist and 2 block shots. And then we took Heiskanen as our utility player for Dallas. He had 2 assists. So got us 10 points. We'll see what happens. How that goes. Our golfers right now, not doing fantastic. Morikawa struggled. He's where we went with the main pick. He had a +1 today. Berger did all right with a -1. Xander did fine with -3, so we're happy with that. Scheffler struggled with a +1. No, it's disappointing. Hatton did great with a -3, and Neiman really struggled with a +2. So we'll see. We only entered that one lineup for golf. We have a baseball lineup going right now. Let's see. We've got Flaherty pitching for St. Louis. Second inning. He's already given up 2 runs, but he's got 2 strikeouts and 2 walks. He gave up 2 hits. So, and then we've got Carrasco for Cleveland, who seems to be doing fairly well right now. 18 outs, 7 strikeouts, only 1 run given up, really 6 hits. We're pretty heavy on Arizona tonight. We have a 4-player stack in Arizona. And so we'll see where that goes. That's a long way. And then we've got a few $4 basketball lineups. Let's see, that the early game's almost over. It's under a minute left. And it's looking like Miami's going to go up 3-0 on Milwaukee. They're up a 107 to 100 right now with under a minute left. So we'll see what happens. We have 3 lineups going. One of them we went fairly heavy. We went pretty heavy. 5 players on in this early game. 4 of them from Miami. All of them did pretty well. We had Crowder at 5,300. He's coming in with 30 points right now. So that's decent value. Hero at 5,200, around 27.5. It's not bad. Adebayo at $8,000. He's got 41.25. That's pretty close to the kind of value I'm looking for. And Butler at 8,300. He's coming in at 47.75 points. So that's definitely good value there. And then Hill, we took George Hill at 4,300, and he's coming in at 18.5. So that's a little shy of value. You know, that's not great. Crowder's getting a few more points here late. In our other lineup, we went 4 players in this game, 4 players in the next game. In this game, we took Hill again. They're a little under on that one. Crowder, who's now up to 32 points. Butler and Dragic. Dragic is around 32.75 points right now at $7,000. It's a little lower than what I'd like. And then our last lineup, we went 3 players in the early game and 5 players in the later game. In the early game, we went with Bledsoe, who's at 21 points right now, at 5,700. That's not quite what we'd be looking for. Crowder, like I said, Crowder was up at 32 points at 5,300, so we're happy with that. And Hero at 5,200 for 57.5. Not the worst thing. So one team in the money right now, but only 3 guys going later. Another team that's roughly 28 points out of the money, but got 4 guys left. And another team that's around 80 points, but got 5 guys left. So we'll see what happens there. So I kind of like the team that's only got the 80.5 points right now. I still have some big names going later tonight. But we'll see. And that's everything that we have going right now. Tomorrow, tomorrow, Saturday, there's a 2-game slate starting at 6:30, so we can run through that tomorrow. Baseball, lots of games tomorrow. The main slate starts at 7, so that's good. NHL tomorrow, I think there's just one game tomorrow. It's at 7:30, another game 7. Then we've got NASCAR, Xfinity, which we need to draft out, and then MMA with a 9-fight card coming up. I think that I'm going to look at entering a 3 lineups and a like a 5, three lineups and a $5 tournament for the MMA. But let's jump in and take care of the Xfinity first. So here you go. You got a Hamlin at 16,000. That's because he's starting dead last. So I mean, he's starting dead last. Yeah. But you know he's, I mean, well, you don't know, but if there's an accident and he's out, you're screwed. But the assumption is he's gonna move up, and you're gonna get a shot of him winning the race, but also a ton of position differential points. So that's the starting decision that you make is do you go with Hamlin and build around it, or do you not? I might wind up going 2 lineups, one with a Hamlin-focused lineup, and one avoiding Hamlin. Well, I'm not really. Don't really have a huge pull here.
Howdy, folks. I'm fried darn near everything there is to fry. What's left to fry? Fries. Look at them go! Try KFC's crispiest, tastiest secret recipe fries ever fried in my new tenders meal for just $5.49. Now I've tried everything. KFC, we got fries now.
Nice. This is the new Buick.
The new Alexa.
That's a Buick.
It's an Alexa. Check it out. Alexa, turn on the outdoor lights.
Okay, that's cool, but I'm pretty sure it's a Buick.
Clearly an Alexa. Alexa, get directions to the 818 grill.
Getting directions. It's a Buick.
First ever Buick Encore GX. Available with Alexa built in.
That's Buick.
It's an Alexa.
Ah.
Employee pricing on most 2020 Buick SUVs. Ask Alexa to about Buick SUVs.
Hmm. Okay.
Capital One knows life doesn't update you about your credit card. So meet Eno, the Capital One assistant, looks out for charges that might surprise you and helps you fix them. Another way Capital One is watching out for your money when you're not. What's in your wallet? The Stanley Cup playoffs on NBCSN are brought to you by
I like these guys right here. I like Arnett and Herbst
the National
starting 6th and 7th.
and by Truly,
Um,
the official hard seltzer of the
Ryan's got 4 straight top 10 finishes. Arnett's got 4 top 10 finishes in his last 5.
NHL history. The second
So I like that.
the first in overtime.
If you go that way, though, I don't think you can still fit. Like, if you go that way, you're pretty much you're pretty much deciding, yeah, I can't go. Well, let's see. If you went Hamlin along with Annette Jones, I don't know where I got Jones from just now. I guess maybe I was looking at Jones here. Herbst. I mean, theoretically, you'd be able to look at. No, you probably couldn't, huh? Okay, well, George Williams is an interesting choice. I mean, he finished 9th at Daytona last week. A second top 10, top 15 race in the last 5. He finished 16th here in May. At 5,200, if we took him, then also took Mills, hoping to get some differential points, we would have $7,000 left. We could go with Brown. He finished 13th here.
Please welcome Lenny Myers.
I kind of like that. I mean, this is really just going to be a shot anyway, right? I mean, so if we build a lineup like that, focusing on Hamlin, go with 2 big money savers and Josh Williams and Matt Mills. A couple of decent guys in Annette and Herbst. Then throw in Brown. You have something. Now, if we wanted to build a secondary lineup there, here. If we want to build a secondary lineup and stay away from, stand away from Hamlin, then I'm definitely leaning towards Cindric. Haley started on the pole. Briscoe started second. If we would go Briscoe here, we're down at 7,300. Which means you could look at Brown again. And then maybe look at Williams. So you double up on Brown and Williams. Nobody else take them because they're both crashing. If we went that way, we could go Gragson here. Now Snyder is still shooting for a spot in the playoffs. We could go Snyder and Chastain. We would not be able to afford Gragson. Gragson led 46 laps. In May here. So the question is, do we want to go Gragson and Jones? I mean, his word was, his name was up in my mouth there. Yeah, I want to take Jones. So that gives us 200. Like I said, I think that's if you were gonna go single, then I'd probably go with the Hamlin build. But if you're all right with your cash, as we currently are, then I think build 2 lineups in. Let's take a look. Let's see there. Okay, yeah, Miami beat down Milwaukee 115 to 100. Butler wound up coming on real strong there at the end. He wound up with 49 and 3/4 points. Adebayo. That's all, folks. He came on very strong in those last few minutes, too. He wound up with 49 points. So they both definitely made very nice value for us. Hero at 27. It's okay value, but it's not the best. Crowder at 32. I'm happy with that. Hill's a little undervalued there, 18.5. But we'll see. We'll see. So we got that lineup going. Dragic on our other team. We'll have a 32 and 3/4, a little under. That's a good bit under the kind of value we're looking for. So I'm not through with that middle team. And then right now our lowest scoring team with only the 3 players had Bledsoe, who underperformed, Crowder, who we're happy with, and Hero, who's right there on the cusp. So the later game just locked. I've got Davis across all 3 of my lineups. I've also wound up with Green on all 3 of my lineups. And I wound up with Howard across all 3 of my lineups. I did take Westbrook on one of my lineups. 8,600, big risk. Took Covington on 2 of the 3, and Covington on 2 of the 3. Yeah. All right, so let's look at some MMA. Now, obviously, these couldn't change. There's already been one fight, the Eubanks Rosa fight has been canceled. So again, as always with MMA nowadays, gotta make sure you're checking prior to the bell ringing on that first fight. Cause it's getting cold here. I am tired, by the way. I woke up with the earliness for me. I'm definitely, without question, I am a night creature here. If I wake up pre-noon, I don't deal well with things. But that's usually because I'm awake at 4 in the morning. So, there you go. So let's take a look at this here. You got Azure and Cole Smith. Azure's a pretty heavy favorite. Cole here is primarily a wrestler. I think there's probably something mistaken here. The write up is, I mean, yeah, so there's the mistake. I don't know why it's listing him at 8. No, because you're clearly not. But Smith is primarily a wrestler, not a big, not a big knockout kind of guy. But you never know in these, things, do you? Then you got Alexander Romanov going up against Marcos Rogerio de Lima. This is his UFC debut. He's an undefeated prospect. He's a sambo fighter, so he's going to look at takedowns and slams. De Lima's a knockout guy. But he apparently struggles with takedown defense. Alright, so Romanov's coming in at a pretty decent price there, too. So I kind of like that. Kind of like that. Hey, we gotta close this window. It's freezing over here. Yeah, it's freezing. Let's see, then we got Bartosz Fabinski versus Andre Muniz. Bartosz is a wrestler. Muniz is apparently a pretty good fighter. 19-4, that's a heck of a record. Fabinski is described as a non-stop wrestler grinder. He is not a good striker. Overall, Muniz is a better overall fighter. And if he can avoid not getting held down on his back and pound down, he's got a good chance. So you're going to have to go, you can't pick the favorites the whole way through. Right? You can't. Right? You can't. So, I like possibly like Muniz there. Araujo versus De La Rosa. Vivian Araujo in Montana. Montana De La Rosa. That's a good name.
cleared out by Martinez. Of course, Bobby is steady son. And he did score on his next penalty shot by the way to get 2 cut. Same move. Did work the first time against Demko.
This one seems like a tricky one. It's a pretty big price differential.
Don't score. One knocked down by Tuck, who was Demko's teammate at Boston College. Out to the left point for McNabb. One knocked down to the zone by Tanner Pearson. And when you're playing against a goaltender that's in a zone, and you're the biggest man in the ice like Demko is, all of a sudden you start trying to be a little bit too fine with the shots you have. You start missing the net or those types of things. So for Vegas, you just want to continue to get traffic and talk a lot about it. Don't turn down any opportunities.
Let's see, Brian Kelleher and Kevin Natividad. Natividad's making his debut on short notice. It's a pretty high price. It does, I mean, that's a 2010 fighter. That's a high price. It's Thiago Moises versus Jalen Turner.
There's so much space.
We have a guest room now.
But we have ants.
It seems like a good fight. Both guys are decent overall. Moises is way more dangerous on the ground. Turner's way more dangerous on the feet.
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
Which helps us save a lot of money. Oh, Teddy, did you get my friend request? Oh, I'll have to check. Aunt Jody's here.
It also seems like a chance where you might be able to pick up some money. Piera versus Imadive. This one's all a close one, hence the pricing. Then you got Menefield against St. Preux. Menefield sounds like the pick there. And then you got the main bout. Alistair against Sakai.
This is an interference play, as Chris Rooney saw. Martinez
So, I'm liking Minifield. I don't know if any of the high-priced guys are super pulling me here. Hmm. Romanoff. I like Romanoff here, right? Undefeated prospect. Lima has some issues stuffing takedowns.
I browsed 8 sites for divorce attorneys today. I browsed 8 sites for divorce attorneys today.
I love working with you. Me too. I'm heart emoji. Heart emoji. I hate Lebo. I have emoji. Fugue emoji.
My heart rate is currently 150.
On March 15th, I purchased prenatal vitamins and 4 pregnancy tests. The number on my credit card.
Munoz is a money saver here. Fabinski is the non-stop wrestler type guy.
Cheese sandwich and ask why. I see a new kitchen with a grill and ask why not.
I really need to start adding less to cart and more to savings.
Sitting on this couch so long made me want to make some changes. Starting with this couch.
Yeah, I need to have something.
If you go with Munoz there,
That will help you do it all. Because at U.S. Bank, our people are dedicated to turning your new inspiration into your next pursuit.
Be stacking up into an all-timer. We are underway. Game on, season on.
and you've got Turner and Moises here. Moises is a big favorite, huh?
Welcome back to Jonathan Marchessault on the radio stream from area on the left of the stream. So Marchessault is one of the goal scorers. I respect your goal scorer, but you see, with guys are getting big, the small guys are getting big, and everybody's wanting to jump in physically for the biggest Golden Knights. And that's one of the things that slows down that tempo game that Vancouver wants to try and create. They got to start generating second and third chances if you're Vegas.
I'm going to go with Turner on this one. And if we go that way, we've got some cash. If we then go with Overeem, if we take Azure, Hunter, right?
Scored on a couple of spectacular moves in the second period in Game 5. Shut out by the Canucks last night, 4-0. Marchessault's attempt was blocked. Puck comes out in front. Messer. Campbell's out of trouble. And then around 2 hours, 4 minutes remaining. First period. Marchessault out of his own. Great line down. Waiting for teammates to clear. And then shoots back in.
All right. Wind up with a pretty strong option there.
Wow, he got nailed. Brad Meyer was a substitute or backup referee in this game. Battenberg looked like the handle puck off the glass and almost gets him below the helmet. Good to see him. He's back on his feet, so that is good to see. Battenberg came over and apologized to him. Class move by him. He didn't mean to do it, obviously. He says he's okay.
I think that's a decent one lineup for us. Now, if you want to build a secondary lineup, let's go and import that last one and see what we might want to change around. I don't like this fight overall, although I don't like the Pereira Zumada fight. It sounds like it's just going to be a both guys are crazy strikes. Either one could land a big shot, but the other guy's lights out. Yeah, but
Stetcher got pulverized. He gets up, shows a lot of Kurt Davis, and he's taking it long. Into the feet of Stetcher.
yeah, if we
That thing changed the rest to the last second of the fight. First power play for Vancouver. 3 for Fullbacks to Foley, Miller, Pedersen, and Hughes.
both of those guys are riding 2-fight losing streaks. Pereira there is very flashy. I don't know.
Sends it back to Hughes. With 1 minute remaining in the period. And a minute 15 on the penalty. Went down over the biggest bench and out of play. For Peter DeBoer, his team. Having the kind of start he wanted for sure. And yeah, you'd like to see a crooked number up on that scoreboard. But on their penalty kill here, doing a nice shot through the middle off the ice. And if you're Vancouver, if Vegas has 3-4 guys lined up there, you're going to have to dump the puck in and go get it. May not be what you want to do, but you can't try to make 2 or 3 guys, because if you do that, you're going to turn it over. They're going to go back the other way. Pete DeBoer has a record of 4-0 in Game 7s as an NHL head coach. 1 win with New Jersey, 3 with San Jose. No coach has ever started by winning their first 5 Game 7s in NHL history. As I said earlier, Sandy, it is 2020. Right. And you've made it to Edmonton, Eddie. Seconds. No shots on the power play for Vancouver. Only 2 in the period. Here comes Hughes. Down to 15 seconds. Pedersen hit across the line. Chasing with Martinez. Schmidt to the puck. Hughes with 7 seconds. Cross ice for Miller. Miller tossed the net. The puck too wide by Toffoli. And that will do it. The Ducks will begin the second period on a brief power play for 18 seconds. Not much work for Robin Leonard. Faced only 2 shots. 11 saves for Demko. He has now stopped the last 77 he has faced. Flexus intermission coming up. Biggest fast start. Is it enough? Stars advance in an OT thriller. Noel Kiviranta is a hero for Dallas. Game 7, second of the game. No score after 20 minutes.
Discover no annual fee on any card. Did you know over 60% of men experience significant hair loss by age 35? Some shave it or hide it, but some of us want to treat it. That's why there's Roman, a digital health clinic for men. With Roman, you can get personalized hair loss treatment and unlimited follow-ups from a U.S. licensed physician. If treatment is right for you, Roman delivers it with free 2-day shipping.
Alright, let's stick with
Get started
Turner.
today with a free online visit at GetRoman.com/NHL. At Domino's, we're delivery experts.
Let's stick with Alistair.
Our team members had a few thoughts on how to make it even safer and more convenient.
Deliver it. Deliver it.
Delivery. Prescient. So we went with what we do best. Delivery. To your door. Introducing Domino's Carside Delivery. Perfect. We do the carrying out for you, contact free, while you conveniently stay in your car. Just pull up at the store, check in online, and we bring your food to you. Try Domino's Carside Delivery next time you carry out 3 topping pizzas for $7.99 each. Mr. Brodeur, hi, it's Tim from Enterprise. I think you left your cup in your last rental. Which one? Describe it to me. Well, it's tall. Stanley Cup? No, you did not leave that in your rental. It must be the Calder Trophy. That's a cup. No, not that one either. It's the Jennings Trophy. I'm pretty sure it's your coffee cup. I've been looking for that. Discover. Accepted at 99% of places in the U.S. Welcome to the Lexus Intermission Report. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Coming off a 48-save shutout last night, Thatcher Demko is keeping that pace tonight. He was tested by the Golden Knights, 11 shots on net, and Demko denied all of them as his shutout streak now sits at 104 minutes and 48 seconds. As we welcome you into the Lexus Intermission Report with Patrick Sharp and Keith Jones. I'm Catherine Tappan. What's your biggest takeaway from that period?
Well, we've seen this movie before, right? The last two games very similar, and Vancouver seems to have the recipe, the rope-a-dope. Sit back, allow some shots to get on your net, help clear the front of the net, and then see if you can get your offensive game going. And it's worked the last two games. If you're Vegas, you just keep pounding away.
I was thinking we were going to see a Vancouver goal on that power play. Wouldn't that have been fitting? Played the whole period in the D zone. Vegas smothered them offensively, threw a lot of hits, played more aggressive. But this Vancouver team could score and capitalize on opportunities. Wasn't the case. Vegas dominated that penalty kill as well. An almost perfect period for the Golden Knights. The only thing that would have made it better is if they had a goal.
Well, you might see a goal on the power play. They've got 18 seconds remaining on it when they start the second period. Earlier tonight, Game 7 between the Stars and the Avalanche. A trip to the Western Conference Final on the line, and Dallas started out strong in this one. They were on the power play when Alexander Radulov put it in.
Not much this one. Gets the puck from net, kicks around. Pavelski off the skate over to Radulov. It's 1-0.
Colorado answers. Vladislav Nemesnikov scores, ties the game at 1 apiece, and then the Avs tack on another one midway through the period, this time from Andre Burakovsky.
Yeah, steals the puck from Alexiak and makes a terrific shot high to the glove hand of Goldman right there. You can see the turnover. Burakovsky, who's been incredibly good in games that this team has been facing elimination in, has the terrific shot past Sekera up to the top of the net, and Goldman can't stop it. Burakovsky celebrating with Colorado's on the board.
We go to the second period. The Stars looking to even things up. They led this series, if you recall, 3-1. Don't want to lose it, and Yoel Kiviranta scores to even up the score.
Yeah, looks like the same formula they used to score the other one. It's a point shot, this time from Denis Gurianov. Kiviranta gets his stick free. It's in the back of the net, and the Stars tie it up.
Goal scoring the theme in this series, and it just continued in this game. A power play goal coming
Yeah, he's been unbelievably effective throughout the playoffs. When the Avalanche had the extra attacker, he jumps in there, scores the goal. All kinds of momentum for Colorado.
We go to the third period. JT Compher in the box for tripping Alexander Radulov, and Radulov makes him pay for it. Gets his second of the game.
Yeah, but this is all about John Klingberg buying some time and space at the blue line, gets that shot through. Radulov with the chip, power play strikes again.
3 minutes and change remaining in the period. Vladislav Nemesnikov gets another one, 4-3 Avs.
Yeah, gets the rebound right there. Launches it up over the glove hand of Goldman. The Avalanche up 4-3 late.
Not for long, though. 10 seconds later, Kiviranta back at it, Darby.
Yeah, this is a backbreaker if you ask me. Right after you take the lead 4-3, very next face-off, you give up a 4-on-2. Gets with the shot. Kiviranta off both posts. We'll see it's short side post. It goes in off the crossbar and in the net. Second goal of the game. Wow, what a game we got here.
Indeed. Joe Pavelski then with a shot, trying to get it past Michael Hutchinson right before the buzzer, but Hutchinson denies it.
Yeah, just to be sure. I think the buzzer already went there, but it's a great save anyway. And Hutchinson doing his part.
We go to overtime, and who would be the next goal scorer in this one? Because there were plenty, but it's going to be someone we've seen a lot of in this game tonight.
Kiviranta starts in the blue paint, finds some open area in the high slot. He buries it, 3 goals in the game, including a
I said the
Here's how they called it on V-Sport in Kiviranta's native Finland.
Kymmenystunnan tekellä juoksi maalin taakse. Kiviranta istuvat maalin edessä.
I'm not sure what they're saying there, but a celebration for sure in Finland and Kiviranta, 24 years old, played 11 games in the regular season for the Dallas Stars, had 1 goal, comes up big in this one,
Well, that's what the playoffs are all about, right? And that sound when the guy was yelling like that, that's the sound inside Nathan McKinnon. Ben, what else can he do to get his team to advance? He couldn't get the job done today, but he had an incredible series as well. But it's all about heroes and unlikely heroes at times in the playoffs.
Absolutely. Who would have thought Kiviranta would even play in this game, let alone score 3, including the overtime winner? That's what it's all about. Jamie Benn played a good game, but it wasn't him being the hero like everybody probably expected. It was a youngster, Kiviranta. I love listening to Kenny call his names, but that was a great way to finish with the Finnish podcast.
By the way, he asked afterwards, I don't know if I'm going to be playing in the next game. I hope I do. I think he will be. Yes, he will be. Dallas.
He's putting them in there.
Dallas advances to the Western Conference Final. Nathan McKinnon, meanwhile, his teams are now 0-3 all-time in Game 7s. His 14-game postseason point streak came to an end as he was held off the score sheet in this one. A disappointing
If we stick primarily with what we've got here.
Season-ending loss.
I know it's not the cup final or anything, but
Definitely like Reserve. I like Benefield more and more I look at it.
just unfortunate. I would have liked to see our team fully healthy. That's for sure. Lost a lot of key guys. That's just the way it is. You can call it excuse whatever you want, but that's just the way it is. We lost key guys to our team. That's part of our team. Obviously, it just sucks.
All right. What if we?
Yeah, it stinks. I mean, our motivation too.
Instead, look to switch out Nunez for Fabianski. We'd have to say $900. Somewhere.
Gabriel Landeskog unable to play in Game 7, but a number of key contributors were out of the lineup for the Avs.
Curiosity ignites our imagination. In search of inspiration. And then,
Ooh. K-Rock.
curiosity isn't a machine.
I want to stick with Benefield.
That's a Buffalo flatbread bullseye for my mouth to aim at. Oh!
Overeem does have some chin questions. Let me get rid of this gum, please, and chug down. What do you call it? And so we could make up the money just by doing that. Keep everybody else saying, switch Fabianski, switch Overeem. Let's look at that. Switch out Overeem. Go with Sakai. What's his first name? I would not have guessed Augusto was Sakai's first name. Augusto says some for later. Oh. Oh, I almost fell asleep there. In mid-speech, I almost fell asleep. I better have some more of that energy. As soon as possible. I'm kind of hungry, too. Are you? Mmm. Mmm. Energy. Alright, we're going to go with that lineup as our secondary lineup. Alright, then we're going to build one more lineup. We're going to build one more lineup. Definitely looking at a couple of upsets. All right. So let's take a look at this. Let's go with Sakai again. Okay, we already took Sakai in one. Let's take Sakai again, right? Now, let's look at the Lima here over Romanov, right? I mean, Romanov is an undefeated prospect. The Lima's a better striker. He has issues with selling takedowns. The Lima could knock him out early. Yeah. The fact that he has trouble stuffing takedowns. This is not filling me with any kind of strong desire. Alright, so we've already gone for Bensky and Munoz. Right? Turner, right? Let's get Thiago in there. What? No, wait, just wait. Let's look at. Okay, let's go that way. Alright. Let's triple up on Metafield. So everyone else goes St. Pro. St. Pro. Remember that. Remember that. I don't know. I don't know, man. I still like Turner. We could go that way and go Azure. Keller. And I think what you've got a number of underdogs there. I don't know. I think that's a chance. Let's roll with it. All right. So I think that is everything that we need to worry about for tomorrow right now. Right now. I'm intrigued. We'll see how it goes. What else is happening here? Let's see. Yeah, so then the rest of tomorrow. Halalala. Yeah, so right now we'll be set on our MMA and our Xfinity. We know hockey starts later with just the showdown. We know baseball starts in the evening, so we're good to go there. And we know basketball starts at 6:30, so we're good to go on everything else. Let's see what else is happening in the basketball world here. Lakers and Houston are scoring. It's already 52-52 with almost 4 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Davis is not racking up points the way I would have hoped. He had 15 so far, 10 points and 4 rebounds. That's disappointing. Westbrook isn't doing well either, only 11 and a quarter. God. Your ham wagon. What wagon? Your ham wagon. Same ham? Yep, your ham wagon. See, Arizona game just got underway. And Major League Baseball there. As far as hockey goes, we're really hoping to see Hughes get something for Vancouver. He'd be the one that would let us move up a bit. And we need to see Demko do well. only 0.6% of people had that Kiranta guy for Dallas got the hat trick today. That is what? That is out of 364. Was that 2 people? I mean, 1% would be what? 3. Maybe 3. Maybe 3.6 people, which you couldn't do. And 3 people would be what? Just under 1%. It's 2 or 3 teams that have him. At least one of the individuals that drafted him had Hutchinson as their goaltender, so that hurts. You still got people going. He's still up in 7th place. He's good. It's gonna be interesting. So let me give you. Why are you over there? My memory of the day. Let's see. Today is September 4th. This is day 60 of 366. Still staying in Memphis. Gonna go with getting to see Blind Mississippi Morris at the Blue City Cafe. Karen's mom, and myself. We had all gone into the cafe earlier in the afternoon for some food. They're famous for their tamales. So I can't remember what everyone had. I think some tamales and barbecue stuff. But we got there earlier in the afternoon, had some food, and then we transitioned straight from there over to the adjacent side where there was the performance area with stage and all that. And then we spent like the next 4 or 5 hours just listening to Blind Mississippi Morris play music. You know, he plays harmonica. I got to sip on a bunch of different, very decent bourbons while I was in there. Very dark, cool in the club. Super hot outside. Very dark. I mean, what you would picture for a blues type place. And just enjoyed the whole atmosphere, the whole place. And then behind Mississippi Morris, who is an older guy. I don't know how old he is. see, he is. He's 65. He's 65. Um, honestly, Steve looks older. You know, not sure, his entire history, if he's had any kind of I don't know anything about his real history, but I would have thought he was a little older. I would have thought he was in his 70s. But plays harmonica, sings, great voice and all that, and then him and Karen's mom wound up talking quite a lot. Like I think he played like 3 or 4 different sets, and he had 2 or 3 breaks in between. And in between the sets, pretty much every time, him and her were talking. Karen and her mom were out there dancing. Karen's mom doing a little dancing around, Karen doing her dancing. And when he came off stage, he was sitting not too far away from us, and Karen's mom just wound up, going over to him and started talking to him, and he was totally down with it. And then later that night, I think we wound up roaming. We wound up walking around the streets even more that night after we left the Blue City Cafe and catching some other performances on Bill Street. But the 5 hours or so that we were in that dark room, listening to him play various sets and Karen's mom talking to him and Karen dancing, was definitely a memorable time. And that is going to be my memory for September 4th. So that's everything, folks. We'll keep track. We'll keep seeing how everything goes. As far as the number of all the different tournaments we have going right now, and getting ready. We're almost there for football. And we'll see how things go from there. Anybody has any questions, hit me up on Twitter, drop me an email, pop in during the stream, and I'm happy to discuss strategies on daily fantasy football, season-long fantasy football, or daily NHL, hockey, NBA, golf, MMA, NASCAR, any one of them. Swing by. We can talk strategy, answer questions, or just talk in general. And that's it, everyone. Take care, all. Be safe out there. Have lots of fun doing whatever it is you do. Gamble on everything. And unless you're playing me, good luck.